Hey yo, it's your boy Kaliko. So today we are going to be talking about opals again. You guys know I like opals. Well, at least if you watch my channel a lot, you know that I like opals. I had some opals sent in from Indonesia, and when I had first really started finding a love for opals and started doing a little bit of research into them, I had seen some black opals and some opalized wood from Indonesia for sale on eBay. And I did a little bit of research into it, and what I ended up finding through internet research was that most people were saying that the opalized wood that was coming from there was not real opal, that it was petrified wood they had wrapped in tin foil and heated in a fire until it had changed colors and gave it sort of an opalescent look. So this was like news to me, right? I'd never heard anything like this before. So I decided to do a little bit more research. And what I ended up finding out from some people in Australia is that what I had read was wrong. That no matter how much tinfoil you wrap around a piece of petrified wood, it's probably not going to change colors and look like opal. Now at the same time, for some reason, some of the opalized wood that does come out of Indonesia, yes there is some there, when it is heated properly, it will bring the colors out of the glass or out of the opal a lot more. I tend to call opal glass sometimes. That's something you're gonna have to bear with through this video too. I will say glass, and when I say glass, I'm talking about opal because opal is very glass-like. It's not glass, it is opal. But anyways, so that's what we're going to be doing today. I got some opalized wood from Indonesia. I am going to be showing you how they heat treat it, how I was told they heat treat it, and it definitely worked. I've already done that part up until now, so I'll just tell you that right now. It definitely worked. It's worth checking out, and there's definitely opal and wood coming from Indonesia.
What I have here is 27 Indonesian wood opals. They all of them have some sort of play of color in them, a little bit here and there. Some of them are polished down to where most of the wood is showing. Most of them have mud still on them, and they were pre-polished before I ever got them. Like, I can see it with my naked eye right here. I'm not sure if you guys can see it from that angle. Maybe if I move the light a little bit, maybe that'll help. Maybe not. But anyways, so all of them have a little bit of color in them. Most of it's showing in the thin lines of opal that tends to run next to the wood or on the outside in layers of the mud is what I'm noticing. This one's got a really nice flash of red right there. Again, I don't think the viewfinder's picking it up. I really don't. But it's got some little nice flashes of color in it. And I'm going to be heat treating them, but before I heat treat them, I need to let them dry out. And that's going to take about 3 days. I'm going to let them dry for about 3 days. And I have about an equal number, but not as many big pieces as what's in this, that I'm not going to treat. Those are going to be the natural ones. And we're going to see a difference between what I thought the best out of the best natural that I plucked out of here compared to the stuff I thought wasn't. And then we're going to see the difference between what they look like polished heat treated and what they don't, and what they look like rough heat treated and what they don't. But this is what we're working with right here to do the heat treatment. But I need to dry them out. Definitely need to dry them out. Whoa, sorry. Try moving this light again. Now this one specifically, I polished down to the center of the wood to see if there was any color in this one piece of wood. And there's no color in this wood, but there's definitely opalized particles inside of the mud layers, it looks like. See those? So we're going to see what happens with the wood and the Indonesian opal treatment method and see if it does anything, or if it just sort of improves the color in the glass inside of the mud. Because I mean, as you can see, it's sparkling. It's, you know, it's definitely some opal wood and opal bark and opal mud. That's for sure. Alright, so I've got all of my wood dry, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap each piece up in tinfoil, which is what the directions say. Just wrap each piece to where it's completely covered. That's completely covered. Alright, I got them all wrapped up. Time for the next step. Here we go. That's what I'm told. It doesn't really look like ashes so much as something ground. Maybe it does sort of look like ashes.
Now the instructions were pretty simple. He sent me the opalized wood. He sent me a bag of what looked like powder but tended to be what it ended up being, a bag of ash. When I contacted him, he told me that it was rice husk ash. At that point, I'm supposed to put everything over top of a small to medium fire, which, you know, he says fire, I think barbecue. I'm an American, right? I'm not in Indonesia. So I put everything over the fire, and I'm supposed to let it cool after I put it over the fire for 45 minutes. After the 45 minutes, he says, soak it in baby oil, mineral oil. I don't do that either. I end up using water. So the main thing that I was worried about with this, because if you know anything about opal, the biggest issue is that opal is very, very sensitive to rapid heat change. It going from cold to hot very fast will make it break, just like glass. It's a natural form of glass, a silica glass, basically. So you have to be really, really cautious with stuff like that. So my main hesitation was putting any of this stuff into a pot and a pan and over top of a fire. The first time I'd heard about it was with this sort of treatment process that I found online before I contacted this miner in Indonesia, or opal seller in Indonesia. I'm sure he's not the guy that goes down to the hole and digs it up. So I was worried about everything exploding on me, but that didn't happen, and I'm going to show you all that video right now.
All right, it's been 45 minutes. I just turned the heat off. If you like what I'm doing here, make sure you hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and leave a comment and share any of the videos that you really appreciate. And if you'd like to help support Mining America, just check out my Patreon's page, and you can also buy something in my Etsy store and see it on the Mining America sales channel right below me. I love you for watching, and I'll see you in the dirt.